So being a prepper, I don't know, I don't really consider myself a prepper. It's kind of hard to move, especially when you have about 2.5 houses full of just stuff that you've accumulated over the years. Um, it's hard to narrow that down, and yeah, anyway, so with all of that, um, you have the organizational skills. You gotta be highly organized in order to be successful when you're prepping. For example, I've got boxes. It's a good thing one of my kids is still in diapers. Diaper boxes are fantastic to use for things like soup and ramen and mac and cheese. Also too, so we have stopped, prepping for now, because right now we're full. We are very full. I currently have, well, I could go over my list with you. I create lists like nobody's business. I'm organized. What can I say? We have packs upon packs of water. There's one, and there's another one. Not only do you have to arm yourself with knowledge on how to gather this water. Oh yeah, we also have the fire extinguisher, flashlights. At least that's organized. But yeah, you have to keep highly organized, or you will just be swimming. You have no idea where the hell anything is, and you don't know what you have. I read that on average, a person, an adult, will drink about a gallon of water a day. So not only do you need water purification, but you also need containers, and you need to be able to sustain yourself until you can find a water resource. Okay, so there's that. Now with prepping, I have decided to collect canned foods, tuna, chicken, vegetables, fruits, beans, chili, wait, I already said vegetables. Anyway, so I've spent the last about a year now gathering stuff. Now, I don't gather a lot at one time. You can't. But I'll do it in multiples of 4. I don't know why. I just picked a number. It was even, and that's what was important to me is that it was even. So, you know, when going to the grocery store each time, I would pick up maybe 4 cans of vegetables, 4 cans of different fruits, different vegetables, different fruits, different soups. My husband also likes to drink a lot of Coke, so what I do is I buy the 12 packs. And so you can, in order to be organized, you can take those empty Coke boxes, kind of reinforce the sides, if you will, with tape. Duct tape is pretty easy to do, and then you can fill it full of whatever canned items. Right now, we have that going on, and I've labeled, I don't know, I mean, this is all upside down, but I've got like 9 chilies in here, and 9 fruit, 10 Chef Boyardees, and I mean, down here I've got, I'm sure somewhere down there, it's labeled with how much tuna fish I've got in there. So there's that, and then it just seems like everything is just strewn about. So as a food prepper, as a disaster prepper, you've got to be highly organized. I recommend writing lists of exactly what you have. 10 cans of soup, 9 packages of ramen, that kind of thing, and just keep track and keep on top of it, because shit gets lost. I mean, it happens. So now we're in the new place. We're still trying to get things settled. I've had a hard time finding a place for everything, and that's one of the reasons why we have stopped collecting. So with the canned foods in the Coke boxes, I have then put them into 30-gallon totes. And you can get about 9 to 10 boxes, Coke boxes, in one 30-gallon tote. Yeah, it does make it heavy. Holy, but Jesus, it's heavy. So I've got to rethink that right there. I've got to be able to make the canned foods easily mobile. Whether it's getting totes with wheels or something. But anyway, I mean, shit, I got this tote right here is full of nothing but bathroom supplies, soap, shampoo, conditioner, sunblock, that kind of thing. Also too, with prepping, you got to think about the female hygiene. What do we do every month? Yeah, you got to think about that kind of stuff. Also too, you have to think about toilet paper. You also have to think about infections. And as a female, I'm sorry, but we get infections a lot more frequently down there than a guy ever would. Stock up on your Monistat 7. Stock up on various, like UTI treatments. But also too, now that we're on the subject of bathroom stuff, in the year of prepping that I did, I gathered packages upon packages of toilet paper, and I've had to stop buying toilet paper because of that. Oh, look, you can, I swear, that over there, those are clean clothes. I'm in the middle of doing laundry, as I do every day. Anyway, so I've stopped buying toilet paper. You know what a good idea is to have, like if you live in a climate such as Idaho, for example, where you see 4 seasons in a year, have literally a bag for everything, or maybe one big bag. Like here we have, now this is just for me and my husband. The kids have their own separate bags. That is our cold weather bag. We literally have everything in there for cold weather, minus the boots. Actually, I think I got a pair of boots in there, but well, and I also think too, I've got spares for the kids, hats, gloves for the kids, and then I mean also too, we've got here tackle boxes. Let's see, this tote is for random camping stuff. Prepping stuff as well. It could be used for both, really. Flashlights, matches, etc. This 30-gallon tote is another canned good tote full of nothing but canned goods, like I talked about. And then, of course, you also have to have your weapons. Don't forget your weapons. Don't forget to keep track of your weapons. Put them in a safe place, number one, away from the kids, duh. But also to keep them so that you remember where they're at and you can get to them easily, because in a bug out situation, you gotta go and you gotta go now. Granted, I've never bugged out. I don't really want to. But here, I have my bug out backpack. Has a few good knives, my machete, a few things to survive. In my truck alone, I have a whole box of MREs, because I'm pretty sure with MREs you either get meal A or meal B. So yeah, I've got in my truck, I have a tote. I think it's bigger than 30 gallons. Water. I mean, really, what you need to think about is shelter, food, and water, and fire. You need all of that to survive. And so you have to have a way to create food, water, shelter, fire. Right? Food, water, shelter, fire. Yeah. And then also to be organized. My God, man, be organized. You also need weapons. You need weapons to protect yourself. During this move, I've kind of, my organizational skills have been moved to the back burner. Don't do that. Don't ever let that happen. You need to be a highly organized person. So with that, I thought I lost my knife. This was my grandfather's knife. It is a damn good knife, sharp as hell. Come on, get out of there. Leather sheath, oh man, it's beautiful. And I recently had it worked on, shined it up, and now, I mean, this thing is sharp as shit. So yeah, at least a few knives. A machete always works too, you know, because you gotta be cool. And just think, if it's ever a zombie apocalypse, you can pretend to be Michonne, and then use a knife like this to skin a deer. But yes, be organized, create lists. My God, if I probably have about 5 lists, just for prepping stuff alone, things that I've got, things that I need, the things that I have list breaks down to like 17 ramen and 20 packages of toilet paper, which then breaks it down to, you know, well, there's 10 rolls in one package. Totally exaggerating in all of this. I couldn't read off my list even if I wanted to. So yeah, so with this move, shit is strewn about. My organizational skills have kind of gone by the wayside, but once we buy a house here, probably in about a year, I will hopefully have at least a room so that I can do all of my prepping and keep everything in one place and have no one breaking anything. However, I have noticed that with the, let's say for example, the little Velveeta cups of mac and cheese, you should probably also rotate out your food, because I had a cup of mac and cheese as part of my lunch today, and oh my dear Lord, it tasted so stale. So note to self, rotate out the food. The MREs have a higher shelf life than anything else, but definitely the packaged foods. But arm yourself with knowledge. I do want to get into dehydrating and various other food preservation matters, canning, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this up. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.